My name is Jonathan Harwood.
I'm Yvonne Harwood.
And with our 2 little boys, we started going to Harvest about 7 months ago. We had a kind of revelation that we needed to get more direction in our lives. She had a tumor on her carotid artery. It was kind of a wake-up call. Connor was maybe 1.5 years, 2 years old. Our relationship was strong in that we had a good sense of family. We were both in love with each other, very much in love with our son, wanting to do what was right. But just kind of got cut to the quick, it was touch and go. They didn't know if she was going to live through it or come through it without the ability to talk, the ability to eat.
It was, it's one of those things you think at some point you sort of have everything under control. It takes something like that sometimes to make you realize that this is not my plan. This is nothing that I'm in control of. And I think there's a realization when you're looking at a doctor who's looking at you and saying, I don't know.
She made it through, obviously. But there were some very heartfelt prayers right before that, and really, I guess, probably changed a lot of the dynamic of our relationship, and let us know that what we had wasn't enough. We needed to be earnestly seeking something more. And we visited several churches, and we were driving back from Amarillo one weekend. We just took a trip out of town with the boys to go see the grandparents. On the way back, we were talking about the type of church we wanted to find. We walked in, and you have genuine people, and they're not perfect. And we were like, well, that's us. It was funny. We walked into the church, and there's you get the bulletin, you read through it, and you're like, okay, that's what we're looking for. Okay, that's what we're looking for. And then there's the praise music and then the sermon, and then it was related in a real way. It wasn't. Everybody was genuine. It was just. It was so refreshing.
I grew up. My dad was a preacher, and we grew up in churches where people were judgmental, and when I looked around at the people at Harvest who are all growing and, walking and trying, and there are people who are ahead of us in the walk, so we have people that we can turn to and ask for support from, but nobody's perfect.
I realized how hard my heart had gotten to so many things in the world, things that might endanger my son, things that might endanger Yvonne. And I see that now. I see that my heart needs to soften a lot, and it's doing that, and with God's grace, and it's God's just working on my heart and just helping me grow as a man, not as not making me emotional. I'm not crying a whole bunch or anything, but it's hard to look at someone and who's done you wrong and go, yeah, it's okay. I could have easily done that to you.